my blue journal is done. I have made this closure using a whole bunch of different laces and seam binding and buttons and little bits of crochet and what have you, and it just pops together with these 3 snaps. So this book, I can't even remember if it did have a date, but I know it was sort of turn of the 20th century in 1905. I declare 1905. This cover has been washed. I've inked it, I've sealed it, I've reinforced it, I added some lace, I filled in some holes with some fabric. This book is going to last another 120 years. She is 7 signatures with a hidden hollowback spine, and I think we are talking something in the neighborhood of 5 by 7.5 with a 1.5 inch spine. So inside I have this fabric covered inside pages with a reproduction Civil War era fabric. It is a reproduction, it's not original fabric from 1860s. And this vintage linen I stitched in there to make a pocket. Here's a tag that can be used for journaling on, and has this seam binding bow on it. The actual cover of the book was in the title page of the book was in sorry shape. So I sort of tore it and mashed it back together and added some lace, and I think by the time I added these cross stitches here, I was happy with how it turned out. Every signature is going to have some of this actually this was antique ledger, sort of this pale blue color. Lots and lots of antique and vintage lace. This page came from an old encyclopedia. This one came from a bird book. This one came from a stamp album. This letter came from 1853. This is genuine. This is not a repro. This is not a print. This is the real McCoy, 1853. Lots of original, authentic ephemera in here. Whoop. Made this pocket, and how did I miss this pocket? I didn't put anything in this pocket. I'll have to put something in that pocket. Here's another pocket that I made in a video a couple days ago. Has this seam binding, and I love how the seam binding goes from blue to sort of this lavender color. And it's on some music page, and this is one of the things I made last Tuesday in Take Out the Trash Tuesday. So I covered these old postcards with pictures cut from a book. More lace. This came from a book about flowers, the meaning of flowers. Here's a tea-dyed piece of grid paper, some sort of blue color, like a tracing paper or tissue. No, it's heavier than tissue. This is some embossed, and you can feel like the paint on it, sort of thing. It's stationery. Again, another authentic old invoice. This one is from 1880 for Irving Kester and Company. You can get a you can get a printable from my Ko-fi account. Link is in the description. I think this is the one that I did. Maybe not. Go over and have a look anyway. There's lots of freebies. This is a public school certificate of some kind, and I added this old crochet pillowcase trim and stitched on these buttons, and I did this in a video a week or two ago, I think. Some vintage stationery. There's another embossed stationery. It's slightly different. This one doesn't have the white line around it. Slightly different color. More vintage lace. More vintage lace. This little picture came from, I think this came from cigarettes. This is the Basilica in Cologne, I think. And this is some very old lace here. This is an envelope from a cruise ship, and it's embossed. It's dimensional. Here's another one of those postcards we made two Tuesdays ago, and a little tag I made 3 Tuesdays ago, I think. Could be the other way around. And just slide it inside this envelope. This is a label from J&P Coats thread. Here is a page that I made from a vintage doily, and I added some lace here so that I could tuck this postcard up there, and then the blue from the Forget-Me-Nots would be showing. And here is another genuine piece of ephemera, a calling card from Myron Shaft. And that just fits in there. Another old receipt. Oh man. I'll have to tell you. Oh. 1876. Here's a piece of stationery. This is from a notebook. I think it was, I want to say it was about electronics or something. But I like the handwriting. Another piece of this blue tissue stuff. Some blue stationery. And this is a little cover from a tiny little calendar. And I put some blue ledger page in there. Put a little hidden note. Some more vintage lace that flips open. Yeah, 1876. This is the other half of that linen. This is some tea-dyed notebook paper. Some tea-dyed guest book paper. This is, I think I did this 2 weeks ago, the hotel key card holders. So this one was covered in vintage ledger, and I just made this two-sided tag, but this can also be a tuck spot. And it's got some antique lace there. An envelope. And I just used this fussy cut. This is a repurposed clothing tag. Did some collage on there, and inside is this advertisement for I want to say it's some kind of newspaper or something, but there's space on the back for journaling. And tea-dyed grid paper. This is some antique lace. This is a train ticket. Just slides in there. This is a belly band made with some old lace and a postcard that we made in Take Out the Trash last week. Page from a book about trees. This is a cigarette silk. Genuine. Has cornflower on it. And I've attached it to this like coupon thing from the 1920s. And this can also act as a tuck spot. And it's on the back of this check. I think the check was from 1915 or something. We'll get there. This is just some stationery, some tea-dyed manuscript paper. Again, another antique piece of lace. I made this pocket here. This is a Collage hotel room key holder. And I made this little journaling card thing. And this is all genuine ephemera that I used to collage this, plus a fussy cut. We'll just tuck that in there. On this side, here is another side of that gorgeous, gorgeous lace. And this is a sheet from a 1901 calendar for Dr. Pierce's favorite prescription. So 120 years old. You can write some notes on here. Just tucks in there. And there, the other side of that 1915 check. And here we have a piece of blue wallpaper and post-it note. It says thinking of you. Just tucks in this belly band. And here I have another hotel key card holder. And it has two journaling cards in it. So one goes in this slot and one goes in this slot. And then this is some embroidery silk. And I've just got these little pearl dangles hanging. I don't know why I'm trying to tie a bow on camera. You know how I am with bows on camera. I'm terrible. Yeah, I did it. I did it. And inside is a blank postcard. This is celebrating the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Victoria. So this is 125 years old. And it's blank on the other side. Can be used for journaling. Can be embossed or embellished any way you'd like. And here's another postcard from 1898. The year later. And this is German. I have no idea what that name is, but it's Fräulein Bertha something or other. Nuremberg. So that is the journal. If this is something you are interested in having in your collection, it is listed for sale on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description below. If it's not there, then I'm sorry, it's already been sold, but I'm always working on new journals. Hope you thought this was interesting. Hope you got some ideas that you can use in your own journaling. And we will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.